Hey guys, it's Doc, and it's actually the next day before I start this video. Real important note. I just went on Amazon and clicked buy now for a new lawnmower that I'm going to be testing for you guys. And no, it's not a new reel mower. It's a specialty mower a couple of you have asked about. And I needed a mower for the beach house, so I went ahead and ordered it. And I'll be doing some reviews on it for you and testing on it over the next couple weeks. So make sure you click subscribe, number one. Number two, don't forget we're also doing a $5,000 giveaway. $1,000 check to a subscriber every single month for the next 5 months. All you have to do is just go over and make sure you're on our email list, because that's what we use for our random number generator, and we don't use that for marketing. So anyways, a couple of quick notes. Here goes the video. What are you guys doing? Are you watching her? Are you watching her work? Are you watching her work? She is actually taking, we have this bag of leveling mix or whatever we've been using on the green in different areas, and I need to get rid of it for the winter, so it's just sitting here, and this is where I park my truck. So she's going to unload this whole thing today, and and she's going to move it. Let me walk over and show you what we're going to do with it. From the septic pump, we've got a big sort of hole in here. We're going to fill that in too. Back over in here we can't cut because it's so bumpy with the reel mowers. I mean, it's just all kinds of ruts and roots. It's just horrible. So I'm going to have her come in and just throw it all in here. There's only a few things in the fall that you really need to be concerned about if you have a warm season grass. A few things you can do. So let me hit and knock them out real quick. Number one, your lawn is going to sleep. So you can put down a light coat of the PGF Balanced, which is a light 10-10-10 with micros and iron. It's a broad spectrum light fertilizer, all fast release. It's not slow release. So it's instant feed. If your lawn needs anything before it goes dormant, it has it available. That's why we put it down. Number two, the second thing we can do, we can start carbon loading over the winter. Carbon loading, basically we're going to be putting down Humichar. We'll be putting Humichar down every month during the winter. That's what we're doing today. We're going to be putting down some of the PGF Balance and then some of the Humichar, and we'll talk about the carbon loading. The good witch Jess is here today, and we are going to start carbon loading our lawns. And the reason why we carbon load our lawns is pretty simple. And we use Humichar, which I'll put a link in the description below to the Humichar, the PGF Balanced, everything we're doing today. I'll put a link in the description below and you can go find it there. But the main reasons that we want to carbon load is why? What does adding carbon and biochar to our lawn do?
Well, the first thing is it helps hold in the nutrients for our yard.
Right.
So it helps collect all the nutrients and keep it in our grass. And then the second reason is it gives a place for soil microbes to live.
Right. So those are the two primary reasons. So this is a piece of raw biochar. And basically what we do is this gets micronized very, very fine. Otherwise it can't. I did several videos about why it can't reach down into your soil unless you micronize it. That's number one. Number two, it's then blended with humic acid and put into DG particles. DG particles is a patented technology that as soon as water touches them, they disperse. So really, it's the only biochar product that you can get that it comes in this form of the DG particle that's super micronized and is blended with humic acid and can be put out with a regular lawn spreader. It's pretty simple. Biochar, basically when you add it to your soil, it has the ability to pull and hold on to nutrients, but at the same time release those nutrients to the grass so your nutrients just don't leach through, so you can use less fertilizer. That's number one. Number two, within this piece of biochar there are probably billions and billions of little teeny holes, canals, and pores. If you put it under a super microscope, you might be able to see them. And basically the soil microbes have a kind of a condo apartment complex. They all can all move in there now, and it holds it and protects it, and it also holds water. So biochar draws in water. If you put it in water, you'll actually see it kind of bubble. So it holds water, holds nutrients, and creates. And that's basically what we've done to these lawns this year, is done nothing but the biochar through Humichar, the humic acid through Humichar, and then PGF simple fertilizer, PGF complete. And the lawns are so thick, we have trouble cutting them now with reel mowers because we're letting them get up a little long. And every reel mower we use, whether it's the big True Cuts or it doesn't matter. It's
slowing down.
It's tough. So today we're gonna start carbon loading. She's gonna put out. It's actually surprisingly, we got a little heat wave moving in. It's kind of hot, so it's gonna be like 80s today. She's gonna put out Humichar on the lawns, and she's gonna put out PGF Balanced. And the PGF Balanced is what you warm season, guys. If you have a warm season lawn, your lawn is going to sleep. So the warm season, a light coated PGF Balanced one time now, and then that's it, you're done. If you have cool season, like our fairway and green over here, you should be putting out PGF Complete, the regular PGF Complete, which is a 1648. If you have either centipede or a high phosphorus level, you should be putting out 1608 PGF Complete. I actually, in the garage, I've got 4 bags that just came in yesterday from Amazon of the 1608. I don't want to make sure we don't use that because that's for the beach house. Okay. The beach house soil test came back with high phosphorus levels, so those bags are for the beach house. My lawn here is low on phosphorus, so it really helps to get the soil test. So that's what we're doing today. So she's mainly going to do all this crap, and I got other stuff to do, so she gets to do the work. So hold on. Okay, so we've got PGF Balanced we're going to be putting out, and we've got Humichar we're going to put out. We're actually going to use 2 different spreaders today. I'm going to use the Yard Star. I'm going to use the Yard Star for the PGF Balanced, and then I'm going to use my old faithful big old AgriFab, this one, for the Humichar, because Humichar, a 40-pound bag of Humichar is big. So that's what we're going to use today. So that is Humichar. 50-50 biochar humic acid mix in a DG dispersible granule. This is PGF Balanced. PGF Balanced, as far as I know, is the only professional grade 10-10-10 that is super fine particle with micronutrients and iron.
Occasionally I need to breathe. Stop me for a second, I got needs. Occasionally I set them free. Don't hold me back now, I'm in the lead. This particle life, this particle life. What a time to be alive. Lately I've been dancing on my own so bravely. Steady steps on the ground. Hate me, but I ain't never coming down. Never coming down. 'Cause lately I've been dancing on my own so bravely. Another round on my mind. Hate me, but I ain't never coming down. Never coming down. I'm never coming down. Never coming down. Before I knew it, I was hurt by some stupid thing I overheard. I never built a wall to shut it all down, but now it's even made of concrete. This particle life, this particle life. What a time to be alive. Lately I've been dancing on my own so bravely. Steady steps on the ground. Hate me, but I ain't never coming down.
Okay, so she's back here finishing up barbs, but I wanted to give you a perfect example. This lawn was about 75% dirt and weeds 2 years ago. This year we've really focused on getting rid of the grub damage, but PGF Complete and Humichar, and this is so thick now. This is what her grandkids are talking about. Look at just how thick this is. Is that crazy or what? I mean, it's like a carpet. I mean, you actually squish down on it. She's almost done there. But this whole yard was almost raw clay, dirt, and barely any Bermuda. The front is the same way. It's super, super thick. I mean, there are some areas on this, man, it's just crazy. Let me see if I can find one. But we've gotten rid of all the grubs using the double kill, and if you have any grub issues, put it out now. All right, so it's actually the next day, and I actually went over to my warehouse and I stole one of my commercial vans so I can start loading it up for our beach trip for the renovation. We got a ton of stuff to bring down there, but I'm gonna go get wet for you guys because I want to show you what she did over here real quick, and then I want to go out back to the garden. Hey, who's that guy walking around in the rain? Okay, so Barb had a bunch of trees cleared over here, and the back of her property is really rough in here, so I've overseeded this with an annual rye to keep from having soil erosion. But you can see what we did back here. We moved all that soil over here, and we put down a bunch of annual rye just to get it in here and whole, but now we can cut that. Okay, so like I said, it's raining. Man, the yard looks amazing. I didn't realize we hadn't had rain in so long with a little bit of rain to do back here. Now we've hit this with one coat of PGF Balanced and some Humichar, so this Bermuda's looking great, and it's October, what, 10th or something? But look at the fairway project. See how that fairway strip's coming in? And it's still, the second seeding hasn't hit yet. So that gives you a good idea about the amount of seed. It's still, when you get up close to it, you can see it's a little bare. So that's why we did the second seed. The green looks really good, but we just did another seeding on that with a different type of seed. But I want to show you this. When we're talking about carbon loading, I want to show you these tomato plants. These tomato plants were purchased about 12 weeks ago from Walmart on a closeout. They were $2 each. They were throwing them away. And so what we did is we came in here with the Humichar and organic material, made up some more of this compost right in the bed, and then that's it. No fertilizer or anything. So this is the result. These things are, I would say they're breaking 6 feet. Now these timbers, standing timbers, are 8 feet timbers, so I'd say they're probably getting close to maybe 7 feet on some of them. And basically, you carbon load your soil with biochar, with Humichar, the biochar and Humichar with humic acid, and then you add the organic matter to it and no added nutrients. It does it by itself. That's where carbon loading comes in. The carbon loading allows the soil to hold on to these nutrients. It really escalates the microbial activity, and this is what happens. All season long we've been doing this. Zucchini, squash, green peppers. It really doesn't matter, but it's the same theory as on your lawn. If you look at most people's garden soils, they're dark, black, rich kind of stuff, and you look at your lawn soil, it's crappy. And that's what we're doing. If you'll learn the simple fact of improving the environment for your plant, grass, will greatly increase the quality of that plant. It's the same thing, and that's all we're doing, was we're carbon loading it. And in the spring, we're going to add more organic matter to the lawn. We're going to do sort of the same thing that we're doing here. We're going to be adding organics to the lawn, that matter that'll break down, turn into nutrients. We're going to add carbon. It'll hold on to all that good stuff and increase the microbial activity. And that's basically it. So we can get this kind of grass. We can get this kind of grass on our lawn. Click the subscribe button. I got a surprise for you guys. I got a brand new lawnmower ordered on Amazon that I just clicked the buy now button on, that I'm going to be using on the fairway. and I'm going to be taking down to the beach house and show you. No, it's not a new reel mower. It's a specialty mower that some of you guys have asked about that I'm going to go ahead and give a review on. Should be pretty cool. Click subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Doc.